Hi, this week it's again Ask Ruby, and so I'm answering the first question from Ryan. Um, well, Ryan, always listening. Listening is empathy, and it takes away the fear of the other person because somehow it feels like you got into their body and you can experience what's going on for them. And that means they're not so isolated. And all those chemicals that made people, fearful suddenly calm down. So the best thing is, they'll still have whatever makes them crazy, but if you're listening, they don't feel so alone in the world. Number two, Davina, she asks if it feels like you're being filmed. You can never explain it to people. When you do have depression, you have no feeling at all. You're kind of dead inside, and and if you move your arm, it's like somebody else is moving your arm or getting up. If you have no sensation at all, which most people can't get their head around, it is like watching yourself on TV. And you look in the mirror and think, is this really a person? If you believed in a soul, it's been sucked out of you. So I agree with you. It does feel like you're watching a movie rather than living a life. Okay, April Greaves says, ask me about religion and mindfulness. Okay, so, well, I have a problem with religion. I wish that I believed in something because, I always like all the traditions. I can't join the club. I'm too cynical, and I really do think that religion is the reason we kill each other. Ultimately, probably they all started off with a great idea, but then it's the most direct way for a them and us mentality. Now, with mindfulness, there is no religion. Really, all it is helping you practice to take your focus where you want it, when you want it. It literally is taking your attention from kind of taking over. When your mind is up all night churning away, churning away. It's a way to settle down the mind and just focus on a sense in your body, either your bum on the seat or your feet on the floor, just listening. It's a means of kind of A, having the breaks, and B, I never really talk about it, but bringing you into the present. Did I make that clear? Okay. Okay, you're talking about the next one for Kay Desmond. On Peter Fonagy does mentalization, where remember I said the first thing it's listening, so he gets into the mind of the person who's suffering, and by that person easing down a little bit, they can really hear themselves thinking. So mentalization is really good for that borderline personality. Okay, Lucy. Um, okay, she asks if a pet lifts you out of your madness. Um, well, if you look at an image or when you see your cat, if it calms down, your adrenaline and makes you feel all warm and mushy, but then use your cat. Uh, Put in the word cancer instead of mental illness. Okay, if you had cancer, would your pet make you, cure you? It would make you feel better, but ultimately the cure is therapy and medication. Oh, somebody asked if I wanted to do that TV show where they find out your past. Well, I did call somebody from that show. They already had too many stories about concentration camps. I couldn't believe it. Meaning, we want to get some other story. And I actually tried to argue. I said, well, how do you know it all ends in a concentration camp? So, but he said, I'm just guessing. So, too many concentration camps. So, if anybody has another family background, maybe get in there. But that's what I was told. Okay, so that's all for this week. Keep asking me the questions. I may not know the answers, but I certainly will go as deep as I can into my own brain and try and come up with something. Okay, so thank you very much for writing in, and I'll see you next week. Okay, bye bye. I don't know how to stop this. I'm not so great at this. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to stop it now.